Well, you've heard it on the news. Police are looking for a black man, a white woman, or maybe even a teenage boy wearing a sweatshirt. Pretty generic descriptions of suspects in order to help them solve crime. It's a practice that's also used on college campuses across the nation, warning students about potentially dangerous criminals. But the University of Minnesota wants to change all of that, banning racial descriptions entirely because they, quote, may unintentionally reinforce stereotypes of black men and other minorities. Sheriff David Clark of Milwaukee County, Wisconsin, disagrees and joins me now. Sheriff, what is going on here?
Political correctness, that's all this is. Look, there's a reason why this guy is a university president, because he's unqualified to be a law enforcement officer. He has capitulated to political correctness in favor of campus safety, and I think that sends the wrong message. If I were a parent looking for a university to send my child to, I would scratch the University of Minnesota off the list, because apparently campus safety is not a priority. There's a reason why we give people as much information as we can when we're looking for suspects, because we want to narrow the pool of people that law enforcement might approach to question someone matching the description. So more information is always better than less information. You know, we're already trying to find a needle in a haystack when we're looking for suspects. And what a decision like this does, it adds more hay and makes it more difficult for us to get a perpetrator in custody and prevent another student from being victimized. This is a horrible decision. It's, like I said, it's capitulating to political correctness. And, you know, our universities, unfortunately, colleges and universities, too many of them anyway, have become laboratories for liberal indoctrination instead of learning institutions.
Well, when it comes to safety here, I mean, take a close look. Sufficient details, including race, gender, tattoo, accent, and clothing. You know, when you don't have more information, let me ask you this, Sheriff. What about the victims' rights and the safety of the students there? I mean, aren't you getting farther away from actually solving a crime when you can't even describe the person? Why are we afraid to describe the person who may have indeed created an assault, hurt somebody, taken something? What's wrong with that?
Well, you know, this is what modern liberalism has brought us to. There is no room ever in any of these discussions for the victims. It's always fighting for the perpetrators of crime. And that's what really gets under my skin, so to speak. You know, the victims never come into play here. We ought to be doing more to make college campuses safer, and that would be a deterrent for a criminal perpetrator if he knows that the students are on alert, the students have information, the students are going to be involved. Look, campus security is not going to be successful without student involvement. It's just like the public. We need the public involved to help us. And so more information for these individuals is better than less. I would reconsider this. If I were the area law enforcement officer, the chief or the executive, I would have a talk with this university president to get him to reconsider this horrible decision so that we can make college campuses, just like neighborhoods, safer places to be.
Bottom line, this policy here of no descriptions, no specifics, is it making this university less safe in your opinion, Sheriff?
Oh, without a doubt. I just said so. If I was a parent looking for a school to send my kid to, it wouldn't be the University of Minnesota.
Strong words there, as a sheriff and as a dad. Sheriff David Clark, thank you.
You're welcome.